I wanted to share a few examples on how my ex-best friend made me doubt my reality through extreme gaslighting and manipulative behaviors, exacerbating my BPD symptoms, leaving me feeling further confused, further feelings of self-doubt, self-invalidation, that I was bad and wrong literally all of the time. So, if any of the things that I'm going to be talking about sound familiar to you, please take a second to really think back and reflect on the friendship and think if it's an actual equal give and take, or is it just you constantly giving, 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 and there is no give and take whatsoever? Are they truly rooting for you, or are they rooting for your downfall while simultaneously plotting it? So in high school and beyond, whenever I would interact with friends, mutuals, etc., she would always tell me that I took jokes too far. Other people didn't find me funny. I'm too extra, I'm too dramatic, and I just came off wrong all the time. It felt as if I was under a constant performance evaluation. And unfortunately, I believed her word and trusted her, so I was constantly trying to modify my behaviors, trying to squeeze and fit into the mold and the little box that she perfectly curated for me to match the internal representation of the internal object she created of me. And thinking back, all those times she tried to get me to shut up, give me those performance evaluations, which was constant, but more often than not, it was more intensified when, people were laughing at my jokes or giving me more attention. And now thinking back, it's so obvious why this happened, but at the time I truly was blind to this. She would tell me that people we knew or mutual friends or people that we just knew of, we would say things like, that person said you look so much better in pictures than in person. That person said you do your makeup ugly. That person said how you gained weight and you're a slut. I'm not joking, I wish I was. And honestly, it really messed with my head. This went on for years and was basically in training. It furthered various insecurities, and I do have an extremely warped self-image at times. She would play this off as looking out for me and doing what's best for me, since it's knowing who not to trust, the irony. And she was the one all along I should have never trusted. And these things that were said by other people constantly and consistently over the years of our friendship, I realize now that these were likely things that were in her own brain that she came up with about me. Not that there aren't people, obviously, that probably have said bad things about me, don't like me, blah, blah. But to say this on a consistent, irregular basis to someone who's supposed to be your best friend / sister is just insane and very unlikely. The highly likely situation is that it's made up by her, combined with all of these other behaviors. There's just really no other conclusion to come to. And these memories coming back up, I'm not gonna lie, they are horrible to re-experience and remember. It can feel terrible to think back at various events and instances. I was truly so vulnerable, naive, and undiagnosed. Just how I was treated and taken advantage of. I know I'm not alone in this, and many can relate. And all I can do now is know for a fact that the me now would never ever put my younger selves in any of those situations ever again. I have my own back first and foremost, always. For sign of disrespect, the person is out of my life. There's no more chances. And it can be isolating at times, but it's a hell of a lot better than dealing with people who don't want you to exist.